Alright, and welcome to some NA Dota. Little qualifier action for you for the Chongqing Major. Believe I pronounced that right, from what I've been told. But yeah, let's take a look. Got the NA region going, a region I don't normally cover. But, you know, I'm always willing to cover whatever's available for me. I usually stick to the Chinese region, which is quite fun, but that is not today. It is the NA region Forward Gaming against Zugzwang.
10 seconds.
So we take a look. It's MSS Resolution, University of War, and SVG against Bloody Nine, Gunner, Luki, an Annihilate, and Lorelei, which is a bit of a tongue twister. But we take a look. Wisp, Lone Druid, Pangolier banned out by Forward Gaming, Magnus, Enigma, Grimstroke by Zugzwang, with the Brewmaster first pick and Sand King Rubik for Forward Gaming as their first two picks. I think the last time I was in a lobby and cast, I was doing WESG for a split second. It was the Canadian qualifiers, and they must have bugged the lobby, but everybody in the game could hear me, and I could speak to the players, and it was very weird. Usually does not happen. But that's why I have the chat open, because I have like PTSD from that. And I've been wanting to make sure that that is not a thing anymore. Let me start my... Oh, I don't have a replay buffer. I guess the replay buffer got turned off when I switched settings. I gotta reset that. Fix it. Next time. Because I had to switch some settings on my OBS. But I've got Rubik Sand King, which is a lot of control already for Forward Gaming. Yesterday, if you were watching the Chinese qualifiers, you saw that maybe played the Rubik mid for LGD. Sand King was played in a support role. Especially on a team with FY on it. It was interesting to see Rubik get played not on FY, but over mid. And it didn't do too poorly either. It was actually really nice to see. But we take a look. It's Brewmaster Axe for the side of Zugzwang. With the Brewmaster in the game, we'll see where the Axe is going to be sitting. What we used to see in 7.19 was the double Stout Shield build from Axe. You get somebody in your lane who can really help harass the other opponent's side, like a Winter Wyvern per se, and then you just stay in your lane and you creep cut and get that early 5-minute Vanguard. But I don't think Axe is still played this way. Again, this is my first time doing official 7.2 stuff. I've been giving it a look here and there, and I don't think Axe is still going to be played the same way. They could throw Brew in a 4. That wouldn't be awful. Throw Axe in the 3 with the new Brew ability available. And they ban out the Anti-Mage, Undying, and Dazzle. As we've seen Dazzle, at least I've seen Dazzle in a multitude of areas.
5 seconds. What'll it be?
So we'll see. Undying's still one of those heroes that just continually gets banned out. And Dazzle has been quite a popular pick. As with the bad juju, it is a dangerous hero to be against. So Keeper of the Light banned by Forward Gaming. They're coming into their third pick with 2 heroes that are going to accommodate them with some lockdown. Obviously, Rubik with the Fable and his ulti able to steal right now. He could steal the Primal Split, which is pretty good for Rubik, of course.
5 seconds remaining.
I know Void's been quite popular, as is the Phantom Assassin, who's not banned out at the moment. I think Phantom Assassin has like a 75% win rate, something stupid like that. Come on, Ice Rock. This is ridiculous. So let's see what they go to. get more of a feel for this forward gaming lineup where now they pick the Phoenix. So this is a little similar to the draft I saw that involved that Rubik last night. It was 3 supports or 3 support possible heroes that came out early. And I expected the Rubik and I think it was also a Sand King to come through in core roles. And it ended up being a Rubik mid and Sand King was played by FY. So this could still be mid Rubik, 4 Phoenix, 5 Sand King, or 4-5 Phoenix Sand King, you know, kind of swapping or feeling out who will be better suited in the 4-5 for this team. Things are pretty up in the air. And that's the kind of drafts that we saw in 7.19. The draft that I like the most is where, you know, you don't exactly know what's going to be coming out with these last 2 picks. It keeps things very open. I think open drafts are, you know, you can already get an advantage by just drafting. Obviously, you can always get an advantage by drafting properly. But again, just being able to keep your draft open, keep your opponent on their toes, not really knowing how they're going to be able to counter, it gives you an advantage early. Already, like in the draft, you already have an advantage because you're keeping your draft so open and it keeps your opponents unknowing to what you're doing. Does that make sense? Am I just rambling here? But Axe Brewmaster for Zugzwang. 2 heroes that'll be picking up the Blink, most likely. And now you've got Spectre. Again, another hero that was seen quite a bit in the 7.19 days. And global. So, you know, with the Haunt, you're able to, say, have the Axe, blink, call, then you Haunt in, you find a fight like that. Spectre doesn't need to be in the fight. And this is looking to be a lineup that is going to play 4 early and keep the Spectre farming, keep the Spectre free early. If you can get if you get Spectre the farm that she needs while keeping the 4 heroes active and closing off the map of forward gaming, you know, we could see Spectre go late game and really do quite a bit of work here on forward gaming. But you've actually got Terrorblade, so something a little bit similar from them because Terrorblade, he can fight early, so if they want to go that route, he can fight early with the proper comrades with him, and now Lena. So yeah, Lena's coming into this for Zugzwang. Lena, Axe, Brewmaster. Those are heroes that are going to be working the map early, keeping it open for Spectre, making sure that Spectre can find the farm and eventually join the fight, say maybe with a Vanguard or a Radiance, depending on what the build is going to be here from the Spectre. We'll see.
10 seconds.
But Terrorblade, Phoenix, Rubik, Sand King. Again, Rubik and Sand King are your only 2 forms of lockdown at the moment. I like the Sand King with the Phoenix, the Burrow Strike coming through with the Supernova. If you can lock them down long enough and make it hard for them to pop the egg, that's going to be quite nice. But the Phoenix pick was countered with the Lena. The Lena is going to be there to try and get that attack speed, break the egg just in case, and see what they can do to stop this Phoenix Supernova from getting off. And I do like that Lena play. Haunt actually is pretty good in this as well. If you can lead with Alina, you can burst somebody down early, get a blink call somewhere else. Spectre can join the fight with the Haunt. But we'll see. Lich gets banned out. TA gets banned out. Thinking a mid is needed for forward gaming. Again, it could just be Phoenix Rubik support, Sand King 3, Terrorblade 1 with the mid needed for forward gaming. I was just basing it off what I had seen last night with possibilities, keeping it always open. And they did win that game too. LGD was playing I think Ehome. Skywrath Mage is coming in for the side of Zugzwang. What we see with Zugzwang's lineup it's very mobile early, it's very active early. Skywrath Mage does a lot of damage early. We usually see him in, say, from what I've seen recently, is in a mid lane spot where he could get those levels, be effective early, have the Arcane Bolt, have the Concussive Shot always there with a couple of items where his mana pool is consistent. I'd like to see Skywrath Mage in the mid lane instead of the Lina. Maybe you put Lina in a 5 spot where Lina is just getting attack speed and Laguna Blade out there for the team of Zugzwang. But we'll see what they want to do with this Skywrath Mage. He could just be in a support position anyway, so we'll see. Forward Gaming, they're on to their last pick. Terrorblade Phoenix, Rubik, Sand King coming out for them so far. If the Rubik and the Phoenix are in the support roles, Sand King's going to be in the 3, possibly an off-lane Phoenix, we'll see. But mid is what Forward Gaming is going to be needed. So, very interested to see what's going to be picked up last here for Forward Gaming, especially if they're going to pick something different mid. 3 seconds. Let me check chat again with my PTSD, making sure nobody can hear me, and they go Darkseer. So, wow, Darkseer last pick. That's Universe's. Yawar is going to be on to this Rubik. SVG on the Phoenix, MSS on the Sand King. So 4 Sand King, 5 Phoenix, Terrorblade played by Resolution, and it will be that mid Rubik. Although it could be the mid Terrorblade. We'll see if they swap up the lanes. I'm hyped. And then you've got Gunner on the 4 position Skywrath. That leaves I Annihilate mid with the Lina. Lorelei on the Spectre in the 1 position. Axe in the 3. Bloody 9 on the Brew 5, actually. Interesting little combination there. So, game 1 between Forward Gaming and Zugzwang with a Rubik mid. Something we saw yesterday in the Chinese qualifiers. For the other qualifiers, I can't really say. But it's interesting here. I like that Terrorblade color too, but with the Darkseer, I like this lineup. We'll see if it's the Darkseer of old, where you get that Helm the Dominator, get the Centaur out there, Vacuum Stomp, Burrow Strike to follow it up, with the Supernova on the side, make it really hard for them to take out that egg. You have good control here with a Rubik that's going to be working early. I'm very interested to see this. My settings are on, everything's good, and yeah, we're good to go. Cool.
For battle.
It's been a while. It has been a while since I have casted anything on something other than my channel, and I am, especially with the new patch, I'm so excited. I got Jenkins over in Cali. I would have asked him to work with me, but he's over there in Cali.
Oh, they're gonna hate me for this.
I shall not report you.
So let's see what Zugzwang are able to do against Forward Gaming. How these lanes are actually going to pile in. You do have this Rubik that will be going over mid Resolution in the safe lane for the Terrorblade. I hope you guys are ready. I sure am.
30 seconds to battle.
So coming over is Zugzwang. Seeing if they can find anything. Placing a nice ward here to watch the pull. Sees anybody coming from the high ground. A ward placed here that'll spot the Axe. A Luki on the side of Zugzwang going in this off lane. And mid's going to be I Annihilate. So Lina up against the Rubik. Taking Fade Bolt level 1. And then, of course, I Annihilate. Nothing skilled just yet. We took a look in the off lane. It's going to be Universe here with MSS. Level 1 is going to be the Ion Shell of the Darkseer. Darkseer, something we never really saw in 7.19. But they have, I like this combination where you can put the Ion Shell on yourself or put the Ion Shell on MSS, goes in with the Burrow Strike. Maybe you find yourself a lot of damage here to keep Lorelei from really farming and feeling comfortable in this lane. We'll see also how willing they are to push in this lane too, because obviously the Ion Shell doing that extra damage is going to make this a little bit more of a struggle to keep the creep equilibrium on your end for the side of forward gaming. Taking a look over bottom, Resolution level 1 going into the Metamorphosis. You've got Gunner here with Luki, Battle Hunger, as well as the Arcane Bolt. That is a combination where you are, as a support, are really going to be sitting back in an unfavorable position and already down to about 90 health. So the objective here for Gunner is just to continue to harass these two heroes in the bottom lane with the Arcane Bolt. Luki throwing the Battle Hunger on. Your probably favorable person to put it on is going to be SVG. However, with the salves that they both had, they're now back up to full health. So the lack of mana here for the Skywrath Mage, looking to pop that clarity, make sure that he can't continue to throw the Arcane Bolts in this lane. But he's been able to hold on to it, so things are fine for right now. Let's take a look over towards mid, where it's 8 and 5 for this Rubik to the 5 and 2 of Annihilate. Level 3 already for Yawar, while Annihilate is getting 75% towards that level 3, and a lot of damage from Yawar onto Annihilate. Has Fade Bolt up in 6 seconds, and forcing the salve in the last bit of regen here for the Lina. So already, Annihilate out of regen, while Rubik, Yawar still holding on to this salve. Take a look around. So we see everybody, all three of the cores leading in CS for the side of forward gaming.
Not this time.
Battle Hunger placed on to SVG once again. See, ooh, Gunner going down to just the Dire. Killed himself to the tier 2. Okay, that's something similar to what we see with the Undying back in the day, or well, just 7.19. You run out of mana. You're someone who heavily relies on throwing decays, or in this case, Skywrath Mage, who's heavily reliant on throwing the Arcane Bolt as well as a concussive shot. You want to get all your mana back, so you kill yourself to tower. You don't give up first blood. And now you're able to harass again, and SVG might be in a little bit of trouble. He does have Icarus Dive to get out of here. He gets the Fire Spirits to start the Arcane Bolt. There's the Icarus Dive to finally get away. And they will not be able to catch up to this Phoenix, so SVG will not be the victim of first blood. Neither will Bloody 9, as he's going to be pushed back. But you take a look at Lorelei getting chased by MSS as well as Universe. This should be first blood, will be first blood for Universe over top. And this is, of course, classic Universe on the Darkseer. Something that we have all been waiting to see for quite some time. So going back with the Spectral Dagger from Lorelei. MSS popping the salve. So he'll get close back to full health. Icarus Dive away. Burrow Strike over towards top. Lorelei getting low once again. The Spectral Dagger is going to be used to try and get out. But Bloody 9 a little bit of trouble. He gets chased by MSS as well as Universe with this Ion Shell. Taking a lot of damage. Only 2 tangos. He's currently using one to try and regen up. But this is becoming a very pressured lane by both Universe and MSS on the side of Zugzwang. Gunner, a lot of damage onto SVG. They get the Shrine off. Not going to end up dying. Gunner now needs to run. Rezo does have Metamorphosis, but the Telekinesis coming through on Annihilate over mid. Level 5 as you are, 3 in the Fade Bolt, as well as one of the Telekinesis, 1 into the Arcane Supremacy. And, ooh, Bloody 9 looking like he's going to die. Will Roche kill him? There it is. Thank you, Roche. 5 minutes, 40 seconds into this game. Top of the CS chart at the moment is the Axe, a Luki, who's going for the Vanguard early. Wasn't the double stout build, but unneeded in this lane. He wasn't able to exactly cut creep, so not a huge problem as Gunner in deep into the jungle of the side of Forward Gaming. Resolution over into the jungle. He's going to be trying to farm up with this Metamorphosis that will be running out in a couple of seconds. And Gunner, again, just killing himself to the tower. Recoup all that mana. Get himself back into a spot where he can continue to harass MSS. Caught a little bit of a bad spot. Cinder Brew thrown on to MSS. The chase is on from Buddy9. Trying to get this kill possibly on MSS, but he does have the Burrow Strike to make some space. Meanwhile, over bottom, SVG here with the Battle Hunger, the Icarus dive out. And nobody's here to continue the harassment as Gunner with the Skywrath Mage is over mid. So with Resolution out of this lane and into the jungle, that allows Luki to push. Get this tier 1 tower over bottom. They're the first to claim a tower in this game, and Rezo just being slowed down in terms of his farm by being placed in the jungle this early into the game. But take a look over top. This could be a problem for Buddy9. The Spectral Dagger comes out. Here comes the rotation of Luki. MSS getting low with the Battle Hunger placed down. Ion Shell. Universe trying to stay alive. Turns back towards Buddy9 under the tower. There's the call onto the Sand King. They'll get the kill with the dunk. Buddy9 might get run down by Universe. Ends up dying. Yawar, meanwhile, gets the kill on a Gunner over mid. Universe running away from Luki. And there's the TP away, as he doesn't have a call or anything to really follow up to kill off Universe. Telekinesis used on Annihilate. Burrow Strike coming up short by MSS. Exchanging some tips. Take a look over at Annihilate with the double damage going into the Arcane Boots. As well as Gunner, 3 null talismans. And then, of course, the Vanguard here for the Axe, Brewmaster Boots, and a Stout Shield, and 2 Wraith Bands for Spectre at the moment. Now they're going to try and get the Surge with the Burrow Strike through on Lorelei. And they'll rotate over Buddy9 to come back in. Universe a little bit low on mana. Has the Ion Shell to chase down Buddy9, who's in a little bit of trouble. Level 3 only. They've got MSS here ready with the Burrow Strike in just a moment. They'll get this kill. The rotation really ends up fizzling out. Meanwhile, they're coming to chase. Gunner is over here. The Sandstorm's going to be used. MSS trying to run, but Dragon Slave from Annihilate will get the kill, so they'll end up trading supports with this push coming in from Forward Gaming.
Middle tower is under pressure.
So, Dragon Slave stolen again here from Yawar. Tread's finally picked up for Resolution. He's got 3 Wraith Bands going into the Dragonlance. Wraith Bands have just been, you know, an item picked up aplenty since the change. I think I've seen 4 Wraith Bands on a hero before to start the game. Or not to start, but starting items. Telekinesis on a Gunner. Now the Haunt's going to come through from Lorelei. Silence with the Rubik nearby. Trying to get this kill is going to be the Spectre. Supernova, if it can pop, can stun the Spectre if it gets too close. Actually going to end up stunning Buddy9 with a nice Fade Bolt as well as the Dragon Slave. Yawar will get the kill. He's on a double. Coming over is going to be Luki with Lorelei in tow. Let's see if they're able to get the Queen up on Yawar with Battle Hunger on him, as well as Lina coming through. Dragon Slave placed down and will hit onto the Spectre. The chase is coming through from the Axe. But is it going to be enough? The Fade Bolt comes through. Dragon Slave once again. There's the call. Gunner making his way over. Doesn't have his ult just yet as he's sitting level 4. Telekinesis throws him down onto Gunner to stun him up. But there's the dunk coming in from Luki to kill off Yawar. After what was a pretty decent distance of a chase. They will end up getting the kill onto this Rubik. But it's 8-3 in favor of Forward Gaming. And now pressuring this Tier 1 tower. And will bring it down.
Dyer's top tower is gone. Dyer's courier has been killed. Swallowed up by a bigger fish. And then by me.
So smoke from MSS and Universe. MSS, Sin level 6, has the Epicenter. Dark's here with the 1-4-2 build. 2 in the Surge, 4 in the Ion Shell, and 1 in the Vacuum. Looking over towards mid to possibly get a kill here onto the Lina. And here they go. There's the Burrow Strike. Metamorphosis is going to be used. Gunner coming around the back lines with the Silence coming in onto the Terrorblade. Might be in a little bit of trouble, but killing Annihilate will take care of that threat. And Universe will get the kill. Rezo able to survive. Had Sunder. And with this Metamorphosis, they're going to try and push the Tier 1 mid, take their second tower of the game.
Dyer's middle tower has fallen.
So Gunner's been trying to do all he can. He smokes up. Everybody together here for Forward Gaming. But Blink Dagger for Lukey, and you know, this Blink Dagger could be big, especially with the Vanguard, if he can find a couple of heroes here. They are setting up with a 2-man call. That's going to come through with the Battle Hunger hitting on to the Phoenix. They'll clean up 1, clean up 2. MSS and SVG go down. Take a look over at Universe with the Surge placed on a Resolution. 49 continuing to give chase with the rest of his team nearby. Lukey possibly looking for a Blink call to cut off Universe. Doubles back for just a moment, goes back to 49. There's the Battle Hunger, slowed down for a moment. Now with the call, Cinder Brew placed down with a concussive shot coming in. Universe Surge and is away. And here comes some rotations from Forward Gaming if Zugzwang were to stay a little bit too long. Yawar gets the telekinesis through. Burrow Strike to follow it up. Icarus dive on top. Concussive shot thrown at Yawar. Sunray onto the Axel. Get the kill. SVG cleaning him up. 10-5 in favor of Forward Gaming. Meanwhile, Resolution able to just farm over towards top with 3 Wraith Bands and Treads. What else is coming on the way? And that Dragonlance.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I Annihilate going into the Yules. So we see the Spectre with the Phase Boots finished off. No Courier for 2 more seconds, but Lorelei just trying to farm up as best he can. Sitting level 9 compared to Rezo's almost level 11 and starting to work in onto this Manta style. So if you take a look, Spectre sitting behind Yawar on this Rubik and about half the net worth of Resolution, but a Blink call comes in. They've also got the Silence, will come through on a Yawar. They'll get the kill. There's the Haunt coming in from the Spectre to try and make this a good fight for the side of Zugzwang. Yawar buys back. He'll TP into the Shrine. The only one really available is Bloody 9 to get the kill if MSS can get the distance and then find the Burrow Strike, and he will. Now with the body blocks, they'll get the kill. Resolution gets that one, and it's a 1-for-1, but that did cost Yawar his buyback. So 11-6, Forward Gaming. We've gotten Resolution some good space as he's about to pick up this Yasha. And then Blink Dagger soon here for MSS. They'll have a good Blink Initiator instead of using Surge to break down break down the distance between him and his opponents. And get the Burrow Strike. You've also got Yawar going for a Blink Dagger to blink Telekinesis. So they will have initiation soon in a better stance there for Forward Gaming, and there it is with Blink Dagger finally coming out for the Sand King. In terms of initiation for Zugzwang, of course, they have Axe with the Blink, which can start it off to get the Haunt, which we just saw in the previous exchange where they did get the kill on the Yawar. They have the burst damage of this Laguna Blade. Aether Lens coming out after this Yules. So Lena, the farm, especially compared to UR, is quite nice. Gunner 4 null talismans.
Radiant's bottom tower faces a stiff wind. Radiant fortified their structure.
Glyph comes out, but it doesn't look like they're TPing over to defend this tier 2 tower. They'll just glyph it to make sure that they can keep it up for a little bit longer as they start to pressure mid. Bloody 9 comes over. Gunner continuing to push bottom as they bring back Luki on the axe.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
And there it goes.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Force staff next for MSS. Universe with the Guardian Greaves as he's already picked up the mech as well as the Arcane Boots. There's the Surge trying to close the distance on a Lorelei with the Burrow Strike as well as the Epicenter right on top of the Spectre. Universe trying to catch up, doing a lot of damage. Lorelei though still on the run, has no haunt for 5 more seconds. Not that that will help him all too much. Maybe possibly to get a juke out, but with Universe here as well as SVG, there is no way out. And they take out the Spectre. So they're looking to keep Spectre farming, but the problem I'm seeing with this is, you know, you want to keep the Spectre farming while taking the attention of the side of forward gaming. So what that requires is your other 4 heroes to be able to fight and be able to get a couple of pickoffs here or there to make forward gaming uncomfortable for maybe going for the Spectre or even moving around the map in an aggressive spot. It looks more that they are farming just a little bit here for Zugzwang, making it very difficult for them to get kills and give the Spectre the space that they needed. But Gunner possibly getting got on here with the Blink Burrow Strike. Sandstorm Blink Call coming in from Luki will grab Universe. Now they've got the Cinder Brew on MSS. SVG coming around with the Icarus Dive. Not going to use the Supernova just yet as Luki as well as Bloody 9 back off. Gunner sitting a little bit low. They do have Haunt if they want to go in and re-engage, depending on the Blink Call that they're able to get. Coming around will be Annihilate, but first they'll pick up the Arcane Rune. So we'll see how long Forward Gaming are willing to stay. The Spirit hits onto Bloody 9. And now there's the Thunderclap, but with the Ion Shell, Blink Burrow Strike coming in. Sandstorm on top of Bloody 9. They'll get the kill. The Blink Call is not going to hand on anything. The Yule's through on a Universe. Not going to be able to find a kill to follow that up. And now the Battle Hunger comes in as well as the Silence onto MSS. But still, they lose Luki. Annihilate trying to run here with the Arcane Rune, and he's not able to do anything with the rest of his team no longer here. Supernova comes down. There's the Burrow Strike on top. Fable from Yawar to get the kill. And they take out 3 on the side of Zugzwang for Forward Gaming. Yawar coming over towards top. Epicenter started up. There's the Burrow Strike stopping the TP, and Lorelei goes down. So MSS with Yawar get that kill onto the Spectre after taking out 3 mid. And this has become an 8,000 net worth lead for Forward Gaming in this first of 3. Or first of a potential 3. Resolution has the Manta Style finished. Ag's getting picked up here for Yawar soon with that Blink Dagger. Of course, Guardian Greaves finished off for the Darkseer, going into the pipe next.
Dire are scanning for enemy. Illusion. That should help.
9,000 net worth lead, 16 to 6. Skywrath has not been doing as much as I'd like him to be doing, if I were especially on the side of Zugzwang. Stealing the stun, Sunray comes over, there's the blink, MSS. finding the Burrow Strike, and Yawar will get the kill. Annihilate falling once again. He's now sitting at 3-3-1. Zugzwang, we're smoking to try and come over, maybe to help. We've got a couple heroes just in the jungle, out of sight from Forward Gaming. Gunner moving over for just a moment. SVG, he looks very ready, as does the Terrorblade. There's the Blink Burrow Strike coming through. They'll get the kill on a Bloody 9. And with that, it really does look as though Zugzwang should try and get out. But they find the vacuum on a Luki. There's the call, trying to keep the armor up and maybe get himself an escape. Over to the high ground, possibly Surge on a Yawar, but the Burrow Strike lands on both these heroes, and now they'll get 2. Ends up being 4 dead for Zugzwang, and possibly the tier 3 to follow up. Buyback comes out from Gunner. This is looking like it's going to be Rax 2. Mystic Flare laid down on a Resolution. And there goes the melee and range Rax over top. To follow that up, they're going to try and grab this shrine.
Dire's top shrine is under attack. Dire's top shrine has
Guardian
fallen.
Greaves to keep everybody healthy on the side of Forward Gaming. 14,000 net worth lead here for Forward. Pipe almost finished on Universe. Blink Burrow Strike, that lands on a Bloody 9, and now they've got the Light Strike array to follow it up from Yawar, as well as the Telekinesis, going to throw him down. The Primal Split gets out before he ends up dying on the Brew, and now they'll take out Universe with the Laguna Blade coming through and the Dunk from Luki, as well as the Yules and the Stun, or actually the Cyclone and the Stun, excuse me, on SVG. So 2 kills there for Zugzwang, and a nice counter initiation that catches Forward Gaming in a bit of a bad spot.
Are Radiant using echolocation? To me!
So 12,000 net worth lead here for Forward Gaming. Those couple of kills for Zugzwang, it would be interesting to see if Forward Gaming is going to slow down a little bit, but it looks as though they feel comfortable with their lead, especially to go into Zugzwang's jungle and farm there. They're keeping the pressure on, looking over maybe towards mid, especially with the Blink Burrow Strike. Epicenter coming through with a Light Strike array. They'll get the kill on a Bloody 9.
Strike you down.
Forward Gaming finding yet another kill and moving on into Roche.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower faces a stiff wind.
So they get the kill on a Roche. Resolution picks up the Aegis.
Very good.
And right out of the gate, they're going to smoke up. Trying to move over to find anybody on the side of Zugzwang. Luki, I annihilate over towards bottom with Resolution continuing to push. He has Metamorphosis as well as the Aegis. Looking to build this Butterfly. I annihilate staying pretty close by to see if they could get the kill on a Resolution, but the rest of the side of Forward Gaming are actually wrapping around. Meanwhile, Bloody 9 nearby with the Burrow Strike getting thrown out from MSS. It looks as though Bloody 9's in a lot of trouble with the Telekinesis and the kill, but over towards bottom, Resolution, he finds himself low. They'll pop the Aegis and get the kill. He didn't use Metamorphosis. The TP attempt comes through, but MSS with the Yules, and this is looking really bad for I Annihilate. End up losing the Aegis, but getting 2 on the side of Forward Gaming.
Dire's bottom tower won't last long.
With those 2 kills, they'll be able to push down the bottom tier 1. We'll see if they push for even more, go for the tier 2. They do have Metamorphosis to play with. They can push down the tier 2, then use Metamorphosis and go in. We'll see how comfortable they feel, no longer having this Aegis on Resolution. Although they are far enough ahead where they should feel comfortable enough to go for it if they do please.
Dire's bottom tower couldn't withstand the tide. Dire's bottom tower is about to flounder. Dire structures
Next here for Yawar is Resolution, pushing the bottom tier 3. The Glyph comes out. Over top is the Spectre, not getting involved just yet. And Resolution, Blink Call comes out. He's going to be hit, as well as getting the Mystic Flare drop down on him. There's the wall, but Resolution will end up falling. Ninth Widow Epicenter coming through, as well as the Supernova and the Sunray from this Phoenix. They'll get themselves 3 kills as Lorelei, she came in, but she immediately ends up dropping. Got the Yules, as well as the Silence, looking for the dunk. There's the call. They'll get the kill anyway. They lose 2, but the buyback comes out from multiple heroes on the side of Zugzwang. Luki looking to chase here on SVG. Icarus dive away, Universe coming in, Blaemail is going to be popped by Luki, blinking forward into the call is going to be MSS. And now the Burrow Strike landing on a 2, this could be a problem, they might be able to take out both this Spectre as well as I Annihilate, they'll at least get themselves one. Lorelei, she's trying to run here, Luki gets the call on the MSS, Universe pressuring forward, there's the Guardian Greaves to keep them healthy, Burrow Strike comes in onto the Axe, gets the kill, he ends up dying, and now the Bruce Split finally comes in from Bloody 9. Meanwhile, Gunner coming around the bend looking for this Sand King who's inside the Sandstorm, but they've got the vision, they've got the silence onto the Sand King. MSS trying to run. The Arcane Bolt, will it be enough? No. Lorelei trying to make a way back in. Bloody 9 moves over to look for MSS, but there's the Burrow Strike into the Sandstorm one more time. Thunderclap, Vacuum onto 2. Gunner in a little bit of trouble, as is Bloody 9. He ends up falling. That's going to be 3 dead. Icarus dive forward. Lorelei using the Manta as she backs off.
Dire's bottom barracks have fallen. By the board, Dire's bottom barracks.
Took out the bottom tier 3, the bottom range racks, so looking for the melee racks. Only 3 heroes alive here for Zugzwang. Resolution moving forward. He'll be silenced once again. A little bit low. The Light Strike Array will land. He's stunned up for a moment. Not dead just yet, and now they'll move themselves over towards mid. Rezo does have to be a little bit careful. You've got the Ags here on Rubik to throw concussive shots onto multiple heroes. Icarus dive with the Vacuum Burrow Strike, Supernova right on top. This could be a couple of heroes getting stunned up from the Supernova popping, but Luki's going to go down beforehand. Down goes Bloody 9. They actually don't get SVG to pop as I Annihilate with the Lena gets the egg just as it's about to go off. With those couple of kills, they'll take the mid set of racks. And that will, in fact, be Mega Creeps and GG call by Zugzwang. 32-11 in favor of Forward Gaming to take game 1. So let's take a quick look. Cool. I have Artifact, by the way, guys. You didn't just know from that. But let's take a look at the scoreboard as top of the net worth is going to be Resolution, who had a little bit of a slow start, but given a lot of space from the rest of his team. Yawar, Universe doing a lot, especially SVG and MSS once he had that Blink Dagger. 24 assists involved in 27 of the 32 kills that Forward Gaming had. And overall, from wire to wire, Forward Gaming looked really good and never really were on the losing end. Or on the lower net worth end, if you want to go that way. But it's going to be 1-0 in favor of Forward Gaming. We'll be back with Game 2 in just a moment. I'm your caster, Bkop, at Bkop92 on Twitter. Yeah. So, we'll be back in just a moment. Stay right there.